With the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank, pundits have come out of the woodwork in droves to ridicule the failed institution. It makes sense, really. There's no easier target than someone already dead, someone who can't fight back. The bank has turned into a meme. I have even seen people put it side by side with the likes of FTX or Theranos. Frankly, it's incredibly stupid. Silicon Valley Bank was a disaster, of course, largely due to its own bad decisions, no doubt. When you're in the business of taking in money on short-term deposits, you need to make sure your investment portfolio has the appropriate duration. This is where they fell short. They invested too heavily into securities whose maturity dates were too far into the future, and that put them into a vulnerable position. Add a steep price decline in the bond market due to rising interest rates, and you're gone. But to say that the company is in the same league as outright criminal frauds is either ignorant or unethical. The reason why the bank had so many startups as their customers is because they offered services to those young, unproven companies when no one else would. I have a great example on screen, and this is only one out of thousands of similar stories. Banking is a very traditional industry. I once worked with a CEO founder of an e-commerce company, doing over $10 million in revenue with positive cash flow, but he couldn't get a loan from the 20 or so banks he talked to. Why? Because apparently, e-commerce is an asset-light business. Therefore, the lender didn't feel like there was enough collateral to be comfortable with. If that's the case, imagine being a small, cash flow negative startup trying to work with a traditional bank. They'll laugh you right out of the door. Yes, Silicon Valley Bank failed because of their own negligence, and their shareholders should rightfully suffer as a consequence. But do not forget that the company found success and grew from nothing to a multi-billion-dollar business because it provided tangible value to the thousands of companies it worked with. For many entrepreneurs, Silicon Valley Bank was the one bank that believed in them when everyone else saw them as failures. For many founders, Silicon Valley Bank was the one who came to their rescue when the company they spent their whole lives building was on the brink of collapse. When a hero rises, he is admired by all those around him, and when he falls, the crowd turns on him, spits on him, forgetting all the good deeds he once accomplished. Many of the people ridiculing Silicon Valley Bank on your Twitter or LinkedIn feeds are people who once benefited from their services, and now they're taking the corpse of this company through the streets for one last ride for some brownie points on the internet to satisfy their own fragile little ego. I have one word to describe those people: cowards. Silicon Valley Bank, for all that you've done, thank you. And rest in peace.